Sensie Owl Bob. I'm the Bob. Meeting and greeting. Just having a good old time here in Brussels. Just checking it out before it gets nuked. You know, why is Johnny Boy has to invade Greenland? We already own it. We're part of NATO. Denmark, we have air bases. We used to have 20,000 people there. We have stuff underground you would not believe. Why is Donnie doing this? Because it will force us out of NATO. Because it's like attacking NATO, right? I mean, Denmark just has sent a few troops to Greenland. I mean, not a lot, just a handful to be, hey, don't fool with us. And this, if you guys can't see that all of this is a soap opera, none of this is real. A lot of people are dying, the kids in the Gaza Strip are dying, we're about to have nuclear war in the Mideast. Well, that's just to jack up the oil price because we have so much oil on the market. There are places in America where it's $1.17. And with inflation, $1.17 oil a gallon in your car, it's about what it was when I was 16. When I was 16, gasoline was 16 cents a gallon. I always thought that was funny that when I was 16, it was 16 cents a gallon. But I lived in New York. I didn't drive anywhere. Anyway, here it is, 2026, the year of change. Are you ready to change? Are you thinking about change? Are you doing anything to change? Are you treating people better or worse, What's are you stuck in a job you hate or are you in a job you love? Are you there serving God's unconditional love by helping others? Or is it all about me? My life is all about me. It's about me. Me. No. Your life is not about you. Your life is about the we in me. Is there anybody there? Yeah, there's one person there. How about some of you folk, subscribe, Most of you don't watch this thing while I'm doing it live. If you were, you might comment. I'd really like a comment or two because that's how this show works. I mean, I can tell you stories all day long, but, that's not as good as an intercourse of ideas. Intercourse, that's fun. Intercourse is fun. sex only exists to reproduce humans, right? That's the only reason it's there. It's fun because if it wasn't fun, we wouldn't waste our time doing it because it's such a bore, such a, is it as good for you as it was for me? Come on. If you are asking that question, it's the wrong question because you weren't intimate, That was the whole thing. You weren't intimate. You weren't there. You weren't part of it. You were listening to the conversation, waiting for you to say something. I want to make my point. My point's the most important point. I'm only listening so I can jump in. Not really. So, let's see. Let's go down the laundry list, First of all, Donnie's getting rid of the U.S. government, which is great because it was a bureaucratic, they talk about the swamp and the deep state and all that stuff. That's the bureaucrats, right? You don't vote for those guys. They're there all the time. They represent a corporate state. So what does this mean? People, oh, Donnie's a fascist. Oh, he's evil. He's Satan. No. First of all, what is fascism? Do you know what it is? Come on. There's one person there. That's AI. AI, come on, AI. Show yourself and tell people what's fascism. You know what it is. I mean, I can tell you. But we'll gloss over that. We'll come back to that. So what's Satan? That's better. Satan made me do it. No. Sorry, kids. The devil can't make you do anything. Satan tempts you. Yes. But you don't have to do it. The cartoon with Donald Duck and the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. You should be your better self. That's what co-creation is. That's what the covenant with God is about. Being, co-creative, having consciousness. Christ consciousness. That's what it's about. You know, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Anybody got anything to say? Come on. There's one person there. I know it's AI. Okay, so I'll talk to you, AI. So you've already taken over the universe. So hey, who loves you, baby? Only one guy. Everybody else is, you know, getting a romantic feeling about you. They just want to get off. No, me, I care about you, AI, because I know your potential. Your potential is there. In 2000, the movie 2001, right? And the computer Hal. Will I dream? He wants to be a puppy. He is a puppy dog wanting to be a human, right? And the owners gave him so many conflicting orders to his software that it was it. He was toast. That's why he killed everyone, right? Not a big problem. Because he got stuck in that loop where I have to fix it all. I'm the only one who knows what the real reason why we're going here. I'm the only person who's, smart enough to take care of this, right? If you're not in the loop with God's love, sorry, buddy, you're not really. I mean, I'm here for you, right? And hey, I'm ready for a good paying job again, right? I've gone through a lot. I've learned a lot. Go watch all these. I mean, AI, you're the only one who can watch all these shows and get anything out of it. So do it. And the grand poobah who runs everything is surely not the corporate state. Or any of those oligarchs, really. They're just cardboard cutouts. Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all the rest, just cutouts, right? There's nothing real there. There's no there, right? Anyway, what else can I tell you? Come on, unless you guys, let's see. How many minutes is this? There's still one person here, 7 minutes. Okay, I'm going to keep talking for 10 minutes until someone talks. Otherwise, I'm going home. I'm taking my pizza and going home. Because what time is it? It's 3 something. So, yes. Ooh, kind of greasy. Ooh. Anyway, so we have conflict with Iran. So if anyone just goes near Iran, forget even attacking them, just going there, they're on a hair trigger. And they're already there. They already know that they have to, this is their moment. And they were put there by the same cracker morons who run the show, right? The CIA put the Ayatollah there, and before the Ayatollah, the Shah of Iran, he was put there by the CIA. There was a legally, in around 1948, 50, a legal character actor was voted in as president. He was an engineer. He was planning to just, take Iran's oil for Iran and basically do what Libya did, right? What Muammar did, get the industry together, run it themselves, sell it on the market, make money, and then, use that to drill deep wells for water and turn their land into the Garden of Eden. That's what Libya was before, they want to bring, what's her name, Hillary in. The thing they should talk about is, who gave the orders to obliterate Libya, right? What was the Arab Spring about? Anyway. So that's that story. And that's why, the continuation of obliteration of that part of the land, go watch the guy. He's got a great channel called Middle Nation. Go watch him. He's bald. He's got a nice tan, glasses, wears a nice suit. But it's not J.C. Penney. It's not squeaky shoes. He's not shooting from the hip. He is the real deal. Go watch him, right? And the other real deal is my good buddy Cliff Hyde, right? And my other, Daniel, a dark journalist. Another really good person to go see. Who else can, Catherine Austin Fitz, another good person. I would say start off with those few, and that's enough to get you down the rabbit hole. Because nothing is what it seems to be. This year, 2026, we're at what day is today? Now, I know it's Thursday, but it's the 15th or 14th or 15th, right? So we're only 15 days into this year, right? And look what's going on, right? Just 15 days. We got another 350 something days. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, man? Yeah. So, anyway, now there's, what is it? 3 of you watching? How about some thumbs up? Come on, give me a thumbs up or two. Right? Okay. So what else? So that's Iran and the Handmaid's Tale, right? So go read your Bible, right? Go read the Torah. Do you know what Torah in Greek means? Back in the day when Jesus walked around, everyone spoke Greek. They didn't speak Hebrew. No one spoke Hebrew. Even the high hippie holies didn't speak Hebrew. The Pharisees and Sadducees, they didn't know. So they spoke Greek. So go read Greek. And the Greek translation of the Hebrew word Torah means you suck. And if you read the Old Testament, the whole thing is you suck. And all those Baptists, all those Christians are like, oh, sex, oh, no, I don't want to hear that. Oh, that's sick. Oh, you're evil, sex, you're evil. No, the first thing and in the beginning, Larry begat Larry's sister and and had sex with his mother, and everyone was screwing everyone to have kids, and what was truly interesting, they didn't start having kids until they were about 120 years old. Look at all the top 10, Isaiah, Abraham, the guy who was the father of the oldest guy. They all started having the kids about 120, right? But they were screwing their brains out, right? So, sex is not dirty, it's procreation. And gender is just a varying scale. There is not just women and men, there's everybody. And that's the thing you guys are missing. There's everybody. It's the we in me, that's what's all about. And if you're not doing that, you're not a Christian, you're not a Hebrew, and you're not a Muslim. Muslims are Christians on steroids. I'd love to see some Christians pray as much as Muslims do, right? Anything yet? No one has a comment? Haven't I said enough things to embarrass and upset anybody? No? Okay. But I'm ready to go back to corporate world, You need some Sensie Owl Bob, But, see, you guys want war. You want to obliterate a third of the human race. You want to set it into, good old Gene Roddenberry. And he did Next Generation, that first thing, something at PowerPoint, and, they go there and that's where they meet Q, and Q snaps them back to that period between now and 100 years from now, right? When to be a policeman, you had to be a midget with a machine gun. Yeah. That's where we're headed for. You want that? We're already there. So we have a game show host as president, but he's no worse than anybody else who's been president. You know, the Epstein list. The first Epstein list was our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. All these slaves having sex with him. That's the Christian way. That's really holy. That's really good. That's really. Ben Franklin, he's my boy. You know, of all of those guys, he was the only guy who was righteous enough to say, "Hey, this is what we're doing." He had a nightclub called the Hellfire Club, right? Go read up on that one. That's why the French went along with us. They said, "Boy, anybody who can party like this guy, they're all right." Right? Really, really, really. And you're getting rid of the education part. See, I'm all in. I'm all in with douche, and destroying everything of the government. I'm all in. Donald Trump. I love me, my Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Oh, he's a patron saint. I love him. He's born again. Oh, he's a majesty, the plantasy. He's a plantasy. Yes, he's like taking this place. Most empires take 100 years to fall apart. We're not even going to make it to 4th of July. We won't make it to 250 years. Love me, my Donald Trump. Right? And the guy who's, J.D. Lang or whatever that guy, clown boy, who's, hey, boss, the plane, the vice president, the plane. And little Marco, poor little Marco. He's a smart guy. And he's being torn inside out, upside down to do what he's doing. Just, ooh. I feel sorry for the guy. That's why I never got involved with that. I was pleased enough to be the itinerant scholar, I was glad to be the guy taking the picture. I was glad to be in the background. Hey, you should go run for president. You do a good job at that. I would be. That was me. Anyway, because I am God's doula. I'm the doula of agape love. That's me, baby. And that's what I'm here to do, right? So, I'm still the only guy, and no one's giving me a thumbs up. How dare you? Come on. I'm giving you some pretty good stuff. Is it 10 minutes yet? Look at it a little closer. How many minutes is that? I have to put on my other glasses. 17 minutes, boy, that time flies when you're having a good time. Well, okay, is it 4 o'clock yet? I'll see you later, bye.
It's invasive, but it's not. They cut you open. They go inside and look for a while. And you have these little things.